Hey there, Jessica here. Today we're going to look at a popular tool for organizing to-dos, projects, and teams, Trello. Picture Trello as a digital version of a corkboard and index cards that anyone on your team can access from anywhere in the world. In this video, we're going to set up a Trello board for this video project and walk through some of the main features. Here we have a simple Trello board I created. I already added a few basic lists to this board: to do, pending, and done. Let's add another, project resources, and drag it to the front. Adding cards is simple. I'm going to create an instructional card first for each list and give it a color that designates it as information. Now, let's add some to-dos. Once I've created the initial card, I can add a more detailed description. I can also add a checklist, further detailing the steps needed to move that card from to do to done. Now let's say I wanted to collaborate on this project with a few other people. Once I've sent invites, collaborators will show up here. But we can go further than just sharing the whole board with them. I can actually assign specific tasks to them by simply clicking on their profile and dragging it to the card I want to assign to them. Trello will automatically send them an email notification. Trello makes it easy to comment on cards, ask questions, and get feedback by tagging collaborators. We can also assign due dates to specific cards, which we can see at a glance on the main Trello board. Since this is the Trello board I'm using to keep track of this project, let's look at a few changes I've made since I first created it. First, I added a card under Resources. I'm using DaVinci Resolve to edit my videos, which is a professional editing software with a robust free version. I found this article with some really helpful tips and wanted to keep it accessible. Not all cards in Trello have to be deadline or task-based. Second, a few of my video ideas changed. Zoho became HubSpot, and Zendesk became Text Expander. I made both of these changes because the trial versions of HubSpot and Text Expander were easier to learn and navigate in the time I had. I also updated the due dates on each card. At this point in my project, I've been able to check off a few things on various cards. It's also worth noting that the due date on the autopilot card has turned yellow, which means the card is due tomorrow. This is a great visual reminder of what is most urgent. This is my week 2 Trello check-in. I've made quite a bit of progress since my last check-in. Let's look at this autopilot card since it's pretty colorful. The green is a visual indicator that the checklist is complete. On the due date, the yellow turned to red, which means the card is past due. I intentionally let it time out so we could see what it looks like. Now to finish this card, we can check the box beside the due date, then drag this card from to do to done. I also finished my Zapier video this week, so let's check off the rest of these boxes and move it to the finished list as well. We're coming to the end of the project, and I wanted to check in one more time. As you can see, I have a lot of yellow due dates, which is fine. At this point, I just have to upload a couple videos to YouTube and finish this Trello video. In addition to separate cards for each video in this project, I also made a general checklist card under Resources as a bird's eye view of the major components of this project. As you can see, it's very broad. I didn't even list the videos by name, just by number. I'm also writing a blog post each week detailing the progress I've made on this project so far, so I listed those posts as well. In the last few minutes, we've looked at everything from creating Trello boards and adding cards to commenting and collaborating. I've also showed you how I've used my board in real time to create this video and the others in this project. While I'm not a to-do list person by nature, using Trello has been valuable in keeping this project on track, and I can definitely see continued benefits to using it in the future.